All right, so good morning, all members of IMechE and also our participants, audience. So my name is Chua. So I will be your moderator for this particular webinar. So today we are going to have a webinar delivered by Dr. Arun, technologist Dr. Arun Seeralan, on the topic of an intelligent vision-based systems for accurate fruit ripeness and disease monitoring. So let me give you a brief introduction about Dr. Arun. Okay, so Dr. Arun is an academician. He's a senior lecturer or assistant professor in the Mechatronics Engineering, Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation under the School of Engineering. He has a diploma in electrical and electronics engineering, degree in mechanical engineering, a master's degree in engineering, and also a PhD from University Tenaga, Malaysia. Okay. He is also a chartered engineer with the IMechE and also Engineering Council since 2013 and holds a position for the academic liaison officers for the IMechE student chapter in Asia Pacific University. Okay. All right. So he has supervised and involved with a lot of projects throughout his career as an engineer as well as an academician in APU. So today he's going to share with us one of his project, his research project on the intelligent vision-based system. Okay, so Dr. Arun, are you there?
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
Okay, so I will leave the floor for you right now. You can share
Yep,
your screen if you want to.
yep,
I will
can.
unshare mine.
Yep, can. Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Ayachua, with
Okay.
great profile and everything, explaining the whole thing. Thanks for that. And good morning to one and all present over here. Okay, I just like to share the things that I've been doing the research for the past 4 years. Okay, the main concept, how I came about this particular project is the reason is during COVID, I think everyone knows about it, even throughout the world. No one can even shake their hands with your friends, and you should be a certain distance apart and all those things. So during that time, I thought, why we cannot make it something for the food industry? Because whatever may be the condition and whatever may be the situation, so we should be handling it in a way that the food is most important thing for each and everyone. So that's how I came up with this particular thinking. So I was thinking about how we can do it with fully automated things. Then I did some research using the drones. Then after that, I thought why artificial intelligence cannot be implemented in the drones as well. So that's how we came up with this particular project. So now we are running with this particular project to identify the disease of the plants and everything. So maybe I'll quickly go through the slides. Then after that, I'll give you some demo thing which is happening in the real Agri Hub in APU. We have created a prototype so that that can be used to train the farmers to be more enhanced in their farming culture, right? So that's how we are planning it. So that's how we are moving forward with that. So today I'll share some knowledge about the drone technology with the AI one, how we can implement AI and how we are doing it. Currently, we are fine tuning the AI with the drones, which can support us. So that means in the future, we don't have the human intervention. So you can just sit in one place. You can control the whole thing by using drones, AGV, and robot arm and all those things. So currently, we are working on this particular project. So I'm really happy to share my knowledge, whatever I gained during this particular period of time, which might be helpful for the people of other countries as well. Who, wherever you are sitting, you can also can look into that, and maybe you can come up with your own enhancement and other things. And maybe if you have something also, you can share with me so that we can see how we can work together. Right? Okay, moving on. Sorry. Okay. Okay, the first one is introduction of drones in agriculture. Then the second one, we go through the drone in farming. Then how we are going to use the artificial intelligence to analyze the disease plant and the good health of the plant, right? Then after that, what are the benefits, future trends, and maybe some case studies. So case studies, I'll show my own case study, which we have done in the real time, which we are currently working on. So that might be helpful for everyone, right? Okay, moving on. So the introduction part. So maybe how we are going to use the drones, right? For agriculture and other things. I think currently most of the industries are working on this. So I don't need to talk much about this, but still we do have some cameras and other things attached to the drones, which can fly over and which can identify the things, so it reduces the time taken by the normal human being. So that's the main concept why we are going for the drones. And it can fly in different locations. And it also can be mapped so that the drone can be worked in a specific location. So it can control the flying of the drones in a certain locations, right? And even the pathway also we can design in which way it can run through or fly through, right? Okay, so coming to the role in AI. So what AI is going to do? So AI is a tool where we are going to train the AI to come up with the different identification of the plants, whether it has been diseased or it has been in a good health, right? So those are things that we are planning to do that. So that's how I try to implement the AI. So the main key points is, so there are different types of drones. So we need to identify which drone will be most suitable for us. So currently we are planning to go for the hybrid drones, which can fly in different locations. And currently we are doing it inside a specific control volume. So that means it is an indoor one. We have done the prototype. So once this is successful, then we are planning to move on for the other drones, which is the outdoor one. So we need to plan that, because first we plan to do it indoor, because the reason is here we can control the whole thing. But when you go to the outdoor, then you have the wind effects, the velocity of the wind, then the sunlight, the temperature, and all those things we need to consider. And we need to know how to do the mapping. So mapping can be done, but the thing is we need to identify the specific location where we are going to use that, right? So those are the basic things we are looking into, right? So the next one, what are different types of sensors we are going to use it, right? So there are different types of sensors which can be used to identify the moisture, the temperature at different locations, and maybe a GPS module which can help us to identify the locations. And we can even control the flying of the drones so that it can specify, okay, from this particular point to this particular point, it can cover up the whole location. So those are the things that we need to look into that. So yeah, been doing that. Okay, the next one is AI driven data collection. So what we are going to do and how we are going to obtain the data that has been obtained by the AI, which is fixed inside the drones, or how the drones has been trained by using AI, right? So those are the basic things that we are going to do. So how we are going to do is, so once the drone is able to collect the data for us, so now we have connected with the clouds. So from the cloud, what happened is the data is transferred to the AGV, which is connected with the robot arm. So what will happen is the robot arm will try to identify the plant and it will go and fetch the plant for us. So how it can be done? It can be done of different methods. So one is the aerial imaging process. Then after that, we are going to identify the crop health monitoring, and then okay, currently soil monitoring, we are going to use it only for the outdoor. So the indoor one, currently we are using the hydroponic system. So whereby we don't use any soils or anything, but still we can identify the temperature and the condition, the pH value of the liquid that has been used to grow the plants. So those are things that we are doing it. So the last one we'll be doing it. So this particular part we'll be doing it when we are going outdoor ones. So currently we are using only the indoor ones with hydroponic system, right? So those are the basic things that we are going to do it, and coming up with the different algorithms. So what are different algorithms that we are going to use it? So one is the machine learning process. So how that particular machine learning process can be done to obtain the required data for us. That is one thing. Then the second one is we are planning to go for a predictive analytic of crop yield. So that means, so we need to do the case study. What is the age of the plant and what time we are going to do the harvesting and all those things. So we are going to plan by using that particular data as well. Then the final one is image recognition and pattern detection. So that means we need to identify. So we do have around 3,800 images trained for the AI to identify the disease one and the healthy plants. So now the AI is able to differentiate. Later I'll share the video with you, which is able to differentiate the healthy plant and the unhealthy plant. So that helps us to run the system in a more efficient way, right? Okay, moving on. Sorry. So the next one is what type of drone we are going to use it in order to come up with the AI, because we need to select a proper drone which can support us, right? So those things we are going to do it, and we have already done the selection part of it. So now we are going for the monitoring system. So once we have done everything, then we are looking into for monitoring the whole system, right? Which can be done for the health monitoring of the plant by the drones, right? And the data can be transferred to the clouds. Then we do have a system which we already installed. Maybe I'll show you physically in our lab what we have done. So we have done a system. We have installed a system which can report us automatically. So we can fix the time duration as well. Maybe you want the report to be for every 3 hours once or 6 hours once. It depends upon our needs. So we can look into that. So the report will be generated and it be sent to your mobile as well. So currently we are planning to come up with an app as well through which we can access and we can see what is happening. And through the app also we can control the flow of the liquid as well, the hydroponic liquid, through which you can control the liquid which can flow from one location to other location. You can control it, or maybe if you feel that the pH value is low, then we can control the whole machine through the app by increasing the pH value as well, so that the plant health is growing continuously without any defects or without having any effects of the plants, right? So those are things that we are currently working on. So the next one is, what is the benefit and challenges that we face? So the benefit is nothing but you can increase the crop productivity. That is one thing. Then the thing is, when you identify different diseases, so we are able to remove those diseases. That is the second one. Then the second one is we are thinking about how to make it most cost effective so that the investment from the farmers will be very less, but at the same time, the system should be working more efficiently. So that is the second point. Next one is how we are going to make it more environmental sustainability. So that means whatever the components or whatever things that we are using it, we are planning to reuse the same components for the system so that you don't invest much. And at the same time, we are making sure that the environmental is not polluted. So that is the main reason for that. So, and then we are thinking about how to reduce the chemical effects as well. Right. So those are things we are looking into, right? Then what are the challenges? Okay, the main challenges is the initial cost. Yes, of course, we are going for a new technology. So maybe the initial cost is a main challenge. But nowadays, I think maybe government sectors of different countries also ready to support the farmers with different loans and other things. So maybe we can see how we can work that thing. So that is one thing. Then second one is technical skill requirements. So the person who is going to handle the drones and other things, so he should be technically trained or equipped. That is one thing. Then I think every government is having some kind of training sessions where the students or the farmers can go for the training sessions, and maybe 6 months or 8 months, depending upon the course that they have fixed or the syllabus that they have created, you can have a training and you can come up as a pilot training as well, right? As a pilot who can handle the drones, because you should be a certified pilot to handle the drones, right? So those are things. Then after that, the last one is we also need to look into the government rules and regulations, because currently we are using a drone which can fly for a certain distance and for a certain height. And at the same time, we need to look into the government sector as well. What are the rules and regulations they have it? So again, I think it varies depending upon the country to country. So we need to look into that when we are going to implement this drone technology in farming in the outdoor concept. So all those things we should consider while we are moving ahead with the drone technology, implementing in the farming in the outdoor, right? So those are the challenges that we need to look into. Okay, maybe the future trends and the innovation. Okay, what we are planning for the future trend is, okay, maybe swarm drones or enhancement of AI or integrated things of IoT and big data. Okay, currently we are looking into this and we are working with the new system which has been implemented in our Agri Hub. Later, I'll show you physically how it can help us to come up with the data and it can project the data in our websites. So that means once you open the website, you can see what is happening in our Agri Hub. So what is the temperature condition, what is the pH value of the liquid, and all those things, we can observe the data directly. So the system is able to help us on that. So through which we can able to control it, and we are trying to come up with the new enhancement is the robot arm will automatically go and pick the plant for us. Okay, say for example, I am a customer, right? So in front of our Agri Hub, we do have a system and a keypad to display what type of plant actually I am in need of. So I just key in, then the data has been or the information has been transferred to the drones. So the drone will go and check the identification of the plant where it has been placed in our Agri Hub or where it is growing. Then it checks for the age of the plant, whether it is ready for harvest. Then if it is ready, then it sends a signal to the cloud. And from the cloud, the data has been retrieved by the AGV, which is connected with the robot arm. So the robot arm will try to reach that particular location and it will harvest the plant for us. And according to our requirements, say for example, if I specified around 50 grams of that particular lettuce, because currently we are testing or doing the research with lettuce and with the butter leaf. Later, I'll show you the physical thing. So if you specify around 50 grams, then the system will weigh the lettuce for us for 50 grams and it will pack for us and it will be delivered at the entry point where we are actually keying the data of what is the plant that we need of it and how much we need. So that is the thing that we are currently working on. So currently we are in the final stage of fine tuning the automated part. So once, I think maybe within few months, we should be ready with the automated one. Okay, then moving on. So what are the global farming practice? I think currently we are using only the humans to do all the farmings and other things. Maybe in developed countries, they are using drones, right? And what is the main potential? We are going to make it everything automated so that the whole system can be in a more secured condition where the food can be in a more secured way. We can do the harvesting in a more secured way. Then the last one is climatic conditions. So that means if you are doing it indoor, then we can set the climatic conditions according to the need of the plant, right? So that's how we are playing around with this, right? Okay, the case study and the real-time example of it. Right? I think maybe I'll share my video, right, which we have done with the prototype. So this one, all the key things that we need to look in. If you're going for the larger scale commercial forms, then we need to look for that, how we are going to make this particular prototype into a larger scale. So we are looking into that, how we are planned to go ahead with that. Then if it is a small farming or indoor farming, then we can see how precisely we can make it. If you're going for the larger ones, then we need to see how we can fine tune the things for the larger one to fit for the larger ones. Then after that, finally, we need to see how we can get the support of the government as well for the fundings and other things. Then we also look into what are the other research can be done to proceed further or to make it more enhancement in the same project. All right. Okay, then what we have learned in the real time. So how to overcome the technical barriers. Then what is the maximum return of investments from the production that we are able to do it, and how we are going to collaborate with the farmers, because now we are planning to go ahead with few workshops and with hands-on practice for the farmers in and around KL and throughout Malaysia as well. We are inviting the farmers, whereby we are going to train them in the workshop and as well as hands-on practice. Then after that, we also provide them the information how they can identify where to go for the training process to get the pilot certified, so that we make each and every individual farmers to be individual on his own to handle his farming land. So that is our main motto, to help the farmers to see that they are able to observe the technical knowledge from us, then after that, and how they are going to handle the whole system by having the pilot certification and all those things. We are trying to guide them and we try to help them providing the training sessions so that they can be individually working on their farms up to their knowledge, right? So these are things that we are planning on and the lesson that we have learned. Okay, this one, okay, maybe I'll show the videos. I'll share my videos. Then, sorry for this. Okay, I've recorded two videos. I think maybe the other one, if I find it, I'll show you. Okay, this one is the first one. Just give me a minute. Okay, this one is using a tele drone. So actually we are using a tele drone. You can see the tele drone in our Agri Hub, which is connected with the camera and other things, which is able to identify the plants, right? So we have done some mapping and other things as well. And we should make sure that the drone is not going to affect our health of the plants, and at the same time, it's not going to affect the plants as well. Because I think everyone knows drones is having the flying fans and other things, right, to carry the drones from one location to other location. So this one is the first video which I want to share with you all. So this one is the basic one which we have done. Then later on, I'll show you the eye view of the drone itself, what it is actually doing to help us. So, and how we observe the data. So this one is currently looking for the plant's health condition and other things. So the first video, I just want to show you how we are doing it. Then maybe the second one, I'll show you how the data has been obtained from the drone itself. So it starts from the home position and comes back to the home position as well, right? So this is the first video. Then the second video is we are looking from the drone camera. So this video is taken from the drone camera itself. So here you can see how the drone is actually supporting us to identify the health of the plant. This one is the camera, the same video, but now we are looking from the camera view of the drone. So here you can see it is actually observing the data. So wherever you are seeing the fresh and all those things. So that means the plant is in a good health. We don't have any plant that is diseased, right? So this one is the third harvesting. Currently, we are doing it in our Agri Hub. So I think this is actually a great support to train the farmers in the near future. I think we are planning for the next 3 months, we'll be working with the workshops and hands-on practice for the farmers. So these are the basic things that we are currently doing, and this is how my research is moving ahead. So the drone comes back to the home position, and so it helps us to identify the health of the plant. Okay, I think that's it. I've done my part.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Jua, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Arun. Okay,
Yep.
very short and direct. Okay, I open to the floor for the participants. Okay. If you have any questions, please, you can raise your turn on your mic and ask any questions if you want to, or if you are shy, you can type your questions in the chat box. I have a few questions I want to ask straight away.
Yep, can
So,
go
Dr.
ahead,
Arun,
doctor.
okay, so my first question is about the technology, because you mentioned about the big data and everything. So let's
Yep,
say just now you were actually identifying the so-called the vegetable, the iceberg lettuce or something like that, if not mistaken.
yep.
Okay. So how do you determine that that vegetable is fresh, or maybe like it's sick or is not malnutrition or something like that? How do you determine that? Because I see that
Okay,
you have the square of fresh, fresh, fresh,
yeah.
fresh. But then what happens if it is malnutrition? It doesn't have enough, what do you call that? The whatever the things that is no, it's not fresh and things like that. How do you determine that?
Okay, doctor. Good question. Thank you for that. Okay, what we are doing is currently we are using the yellow version 8, which is the AI neural network through which we are going to train the AI. So that means I think we have around 3,800 images through which we are coming up with the different images to identify the health of the plant and the unhealthy plant. So we try to train the AI, but it took some time for us to train the differentiate between the healthy plant and the unhealthy plant, and to identify, okay, say for example, if the plant growth, because we are seedling the plants everything on one shot, on the same week, on the same day, on the same time. So the growth also should be uniform. But if there is any mineral deficiency or any pH value that you have any kind of deficiency, then the growth of the plant will be smaller in size when compared to the other one. So the A will be trained in such a way that it compares with the size of the plant that is near to that. Then after that, it gives a signal to us stating that, okay, this particular plant is unhealthy. The other one is, which is a good health, it will identify as a fresh one. So that's how we are able to train the AI, which can help us to solve the problems for us.
Okay. So that means you have a big collection of those pictures that's already in
Yep.
your okay, good, good, good. Okay, so we have questions from Andre. Okay, so the first question is how long does it take to train and get certified on the technology?
Okay. Currently, I do have a student who has taken the pilot training from the local Malaysian government, and they have provided, and it took around 6 months for the basic training to become a pilot for the drone
Six.
to handle it.
Okay. And the second question is also from Andre. How long would it roughly take for a farmer to get their return on the investment using this drone technology, drone and AI? The
Okay.
ROI, how long roughly? Roughly.
Okay, I think that is a good question. But the thing
Mhm.
is, okay, to answer this, okay, it depends upon the size of the farming land. Maybe how many hectares he is going to hold it, and how big he want the drone to support him. Maybe the farmer is going for 1 acre, then maybe he can look for a drone which is of a smaller size. But at the same time, if he's going for a larger area space like 10 hectares or 20 acres,
Okay.
then the size of the drone will be varying and the pricing also will be varying according to that. Then I think training of AI will be the same for both the drones. It doesn't make much difference, but only the size of the drone will vary, and training will be the same time for both the drones. The AI training will be the same, not much difference of it.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for the
Yep.
questions. I saw
Okay.
another guy typing, but never mind. I'll come back to his question. Now, my
Okay.
second question is because I see that everything was done indoor. It was in
Yep.
your agri hub. So,
Yep.
so from your database of the pictures that you train your AI, are those pictures captured in indoor or outdoor?
Okay.
Because
Actually,
why I ask this
oh,
question, because the thing is, let's say if your pictures are taken outdoor, the lighting may not be the same. It might affect the quality of the pictures, and then when you train your AI, it's different already. So will it affect the accurateness or accuracy of the systems, the AI systems or not?
Yeah, it do affect, because the thing is, as you said clearly, that yes, the lighting effects, the illumination of the light will be varying when you're doing it outdoor. Indoor is something different, because again, it depends upon the light that we are providing it. So the images that we are using it is all indoor. So when we are going for the outdoor, I need to look for the images which has been taken from the outdoor as well. So currently our team, we do have a team of 8 lecturers working in this particular project, and I've given certain components for the certain people who is working outdoor. So now they are collecting the images outdoor from the farmers at different locations. Say for example, in KL, you can have a very good sunlight during at 12 noon. But at the same sunlight, when it is cloudy, in KL itself, you can see that there is a difference there. So we are trying to accommodate all the climatic conditions to identify the images and to identify the good health of the plant which is taken from the outdoor. So currently we are in the process of doing it for the outdoor. But currently, which one, the thing that I've showed you now, the video is trained by using the indoor images.
Okay, that's very good. At least you have already identified that the difference between the outdoor and the
Yep.
indoor, and your data source is actually correct. Like it means indoor compared to indoor. Now that
Yep.
comes to my next questions. So
Yep.
your data is like only trained for one particular vegetable or one particular fruit. What about if you are, let's say, just now was on lettuce. Now I'm talking about, let's say, kangkong, another different vegetable. So you have
Yep.
to definitely look for a new data source, like the images, everything, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
everything. Yes, yes, doctor. Because currently we are moving ahead. We are planning to go, and because we are planning to go for the chili one, the green chili one. Even the green chili and the red chili, even the color also
Ah,
makes a
yes.
difference. So
Uh-huh.
we need to make a different training process for the AI to train for the green chili and for the red chili as well. So each time when you go for a different plant and a different fruit that you want to grow up with the plant, then you need to train them again, because the AI is just a software where you're going to train them according to our needs.
Ah, okay, good. So that's a thing. Because farmers, I grew up with farmers before. So throughout the years, they don't specifically like, okay, plant chilies throughout the years. So they will plant according to seasons, and then according to months, and then
Yep.
and according to the soil conditions. For example, once you plant this one, the next, let's say you plant bitter gourd, then the next type of plant, you cannot simply plant any more of the certain fruit. Otherwise, the fruit will be very, very bitter. So there is something like a trend that you need to follow. So throughout the year, there may be 20, 30 different types of fruits. That means every time these farmers have to be trained for all the, let's say, 20 types of vegetables and fruits throughout.
Yep. Yes, doctor. So we need to look into that, how we are going to help them, because we
Mhm.
need to have few sets of uh, trained AI, and then we need to help them to train them how they can use it in a certain period of time. And when they are going to change the plan, then how they are going to change the AI as well. So we need to help them to train that one also.
Okay.
So that's how we are planning to help the farmers as well.
Okay. All right. Okay. So there is a questions from Aya South. Okay. Is this drone technology being applied by farmers in, say, farm areas like Cameron Highlands, or better farm foods, for better farm food safety and security?
Okay, currently we have visited few farmers in Cameron Island. I think currently no one is using the drone technology. That's why we are trying to come up with the workshops and with hands-on practice for them as well. So in next 3 months, we are host few workshops and hands-on practice for them, so that we try to train them and we try to come up to enhance their knowledge, so that they also can use the drones in their farming. So again, we need to look into that, because there some of the farmers, they are doing outdoor and some of them are doing indoor as well. Say for example, if you go for strawberry, they are doing
Mm.
it indoor. And if you go for other plants and other harvesting system, they are doing it outdoor. So we need to look for all those challenges as well. So currently we need to look for the case studies where we need to go outdoor as well and see what are the challenges that we are going to face it, because surely I expect wind will be a greater effect for us, because the drone should be more stable to fix in a certain location to run the AI to identify the plant and other things. Then the second thing is I'm looking about maybe the temperature of that particular location, how it's going to affect our system. So all those things, we are in the process of doing the case study for the outdoor process. Currently, we are focused on only on the indoor one.
Indoor ones, lah.
Yep.
Okay, good. So Andre asked, are the presentation slides available for future references?
Yep. Maybe I'll try to share it. Not an issue. I can provide.
Okay, good. Any more questions from our participants? Okay, we have quite a number, a lot of time left actually. I would definitely love to have more questions.
Yeah, just around only 10, 40, because I just make it more crisp and easy so that everyone can understand in a more easy way rather than running up and down. Or maybe if you are interested, maybe I'll see if I'm able to connect through my mobile. I can show the physical thing that is available in our Agri Hub from where I've just taken the videos and everything. So that might be something interesting for everyone to look into that.
Yeah, why not?
So we do have other plans as well. So as you explained or you had a question to me, how we are going to train for other plants. Yes, we do have some plants growing with tomatoes as well, because the tomato is also initially it is green in color. Then once it is getting ripened, it becomes red in color. So we are doing that one also. So the other team is working on that, how to train the other AI. So just give me a minute.
So do your system train to identify any pests?
Yeah, we can use it for analysis of the data, and then we can plan to go ahead. Just give me a minute. Camera little bit. Wait.
So far you have already like approached the farmers in Cameron Highlands lah. Let's wait for a while. You are muted, Dr. Farun.
Give me a minute. I'm just trying to fix my.
Okay.
Okay, maybe yeah. I'll just show you my Agri Hub.
These are the fertilizer or the pH? Oh, okay, EC, pH. And the other one is what temperature? Okay. The pumps. This is cucumber.
And we do have the chili one. The green chili one, the plant is grown up, but still it is in the process of flowering up. So that is other one. And here we do have lettuce, bunch of lettuce that has been grown so far. So this one, I think by next week, we can harvest, or by coming Friday, we are planning to harvest the lettuce, the other leaves that we have grown up by using the hydroponic system. And we do have some more lettuce here. So this is a frame that I've used for the drones to train and to identify the health of the plant and the physical things as well. And we do have some vertical forming. We are trying out with different light illumination. So that one is a different one. This one is pink and blue illuminated light. So that is here we are using infrared light. So these plants also growing with the same level of growth that we are able to obtain from the different lights as well. So we are testing out the different illumination of lights.
So you're testing out the different, say, a spectrum of the lights lah.
Yeah, the spectrum of the light. We are using the different spectrum of the lights. So this is how we come up with the Agri Hub to train the farmers. So now we are actually ready to train the farmers. So that's how we are focusing on. Okay, any questions? Anything from the audience? I'm really happy to share my knowledge.
Any questions from our participants? I saw your country pick out your question, but I'm not sure what are you asking, which country. Maybe you can actually unmute and ask if that is okay with you.
Yep, can. Or maybe he's asking from which country.
Which country? I don't know. That's why
I think I'm placed in Malaysia, man, actually.
Okay. Can you hear me or not?
Yes,
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, basically, I want to ask is that okay, say you're from Malaysia. I was thinking of Southeast Asia region, but now I've thought of Malaysia. So in Malaysia, how many of these people are using drone in order to to develop and sustain food production for the country? Because I think currently Malaysia in particular has a lot of import of food and so on. And the government is trying to sustain some food, right? So it affects the food security as well as food production volume. Therefore, we have to import a lot of food like rice and so on and so forth to sustain the population that we have now. But in order to be self-sustaining, we have to improve on the food production side, right? So this drone technology, I believe, can do a lot of things to help Malaysia to increase food production. Like drone maybe can be used for sort of what do you call fertilize the what do you call the areas or whatever, or take care, spray fertilizer, take care of the pests and so on and so forth, that destroy the crop. So is there anything that which you can elaborate more on this, whether what direction your technology will drive the food production and food security in Malaysia?
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you for the question. Okay, currently to make the awareness for each and everyone, I'm running with one more project through which we are actually collaborating with Indonesia, India, and Malaysia as well. So these three countries are intercollaborated and we are looking into the paddy farms as well. So how to improve the efficiency of the paddy growth in Malaysia and as well as in India and in Indonesia. So we are working as three different teams in three different countries and we are doing the case study, the climatic conditions, because each location has its own climatic conditions and we need to look into the different challenges that has been focused on that. Okay, so far, to be very frank with you, currently the drones, they are using it only for the harvesting of the palm oil seeds in Malaysia, because I think we know that most around 80 to 90% farmers, they are focusing on the palm oil. So now they are using for the palm oil, fruit, and that too, they are not using for harvesting, they are using for the image processing to identify whether the fruit is ready for harvest or not. So that's a state that where the drone has reached. So now we are trying to do the research in such a way that in future or maybe in 6 months of time or maybe in 1 year of time, we are planning to do a workshop for the paddy farmers or the rice production farmers to help them to identify how to even spray the liquid or the fertilizer fluid to observe or to help the plant to grow in a more effective way. So that's how we are focusing on. So we are trying to help different countries in such a way that each one has have their own food production or they are sustainable in the future. So that's how we are planning it. But so far, I'm sorry to say that no farmers is using inside the paddy farms or anyway, no one is using it. So we are trying to implement and we are trying to create awareness for the farmers, because when we say the price of the drones itself, the farmers are really scared and they say that already we have invested so much and currently you want to invest something on the drones to make it more sustainable. So first we need to educate them in such a way that they do understand what is happening and how it can be sustainable for a long period of time, not for a short period of time. It should be running for a longer period of time where they can get the return of investment. So that is one thing. The second thing is we need to make sure that they are also aware that the government is also ready to support us through the bank loans and other things. So we need to create some awareness for them as well. So these are things that we are first looking at as the initial stage to promote among the farmers. I think maybe I try to answer your question, or maybe if you have some other also can post it to me. Can, no problem.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Arun.
Yeah.
So I think that answered the questions by Amirul Salim. Is that okay? The question was, is there any plan to do this method on a large scale farming, for example, the rice field, which you mentioned already, there's none for the moment for the rice field. But as you mentioned, it was done for the palm oil field. Yes, I know about this one because I also was involved in this one also
Yep.
some years back. Okay,
Yep.
but only in palm oil industries. So the
Yeah,
question is by
currently
Andre
we are
now, the
using.
next question. He would like to know, is there any school or any company that delivers such trainings as you mentioned?
Okay, I think the government side, I think you can, if you are inside Malaysia, you can look for MUDAS. MUDAS is the
Yes,
main
yes.
government sector who is doing the training, and we do have few students who have received the pilot training certification from MUDAS. So if you get it from MUDAS, if you're inside Malaysia, if you get it from MUDAS, then it is really a worthwhile where you can use it for different applications.
How much the training cost? The MUDAS, the pilot training roughly. I'm interested to do this one also.
Okay, doctor, to be very frank with you, actually, I identified this, I think maybe 4 years back. So 4 years back, they are actually searching for students to train. So that time they gave it for free of cost. I don't know now how much they are going to charge it. I don't know. But
Yeah.
luckily, I sent 4 students to be trained under this particular training session.
Okay, okay, okay.
So
That's
actually,
interesting.
my students, luckily, 4 of them got free of cost for 6 months.
Wow.
And now, actually, surely they'll be charging because now the demand is more. I don't know how much they are
Yes.
charging it. Maybe I'll do some research on that so
Uh,
that it can help for the students as well.
In Malaysia, I know, yes, Mudas is there. In
Yep.
other countries in Southeast Asia, that is something that I'm not aware of because, for example, countries in Indonesia,
Yep.
okay, something like that. I don't know lah. Okay. So Andre is spelled as MUDAS, if not mistaken, MUDAS, not MO.
MUDAS.
Uh,
Mudas.
so Logeshwari is typing a question, so let's wait for her.
Yeah.
Okay, so Logeshwari is asking a question. Hello, my question is, can this technology be used to monitor livestock? Very good question, livestock too, since it is also part of the agriculture. What are your thoughts or your insights?
Okay, my question is this technology can be used to monitor livestock too, since it is a part of. Yes, it can be done. I think it can be used for livestock as well to identify the thing, how many stocks we have and how many goods has been delivered and all those things can also be done. Yes, we can use it. But the thing is, we need to train the AI. That's the
Yes.
thing. That's the main concept.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it is applicable for any kind of applications.
Okay. So just my comments for Ms. Logeshwari questions, because these AI systems you can actually use for pictures, you can use for infrared. Okay, so for livestock, you can actually use, I tried to use before, but I didn't get the project. Okay, you can use for those body temperatures and all this kinds to check whether your livestock is having a fever or not and things like that. Yes, you can do
Yep,
that.
yep. Can. We can do that.
So this is a very interesting topic, you know.
Yep.
Okay, we can have one more questions if there's anyone have one more questions before we close the session. If that is okay, one more question from the audience.
I think maybe Miss Logeshwari is typing up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait
maybe
for her.
before receiving the question, I think okay, to encourage each and every people, what I have done is always if some question comes to you, right, whether you can do this particular research for me, accept it, go ahead, do it, try once, because someone is coming to you, that person is having a confidence in you that you can do it.
Right.
Don't say no. Get your step first, do it, try your chance, and see what are the pros and cons when you go for. Then only we can come up with a final solution. So each and everything can be done. So as a human being, try to go ahead, try to come up with the research. If someone comes to you, don't say no, try to get some time. Tell them that, okay, just give me 7 days or 10 days of time. I'll look into that. I'll do some research. Then I'll give you the feedback. So I think that positive mind can help you to go ahead with the different kind of projects and anything can be done. That is a basic knowledge I just want to provide for everyone from my
Yeah.
side.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Any more question? One last one. Anyone? Okay. If none, okay. So I would like to say thank you so much to Dr. Arun for your sharing session and to all the participants. So before we end this particular session, can I request everyone to turn on their camera so that I can actually do a quick, so to say, snapshot of all who are here today. If you don't mind, turn on your camera, please. It's only a few of us here. Andre, Who else? Taksin, Mr. Sao, Amirul. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, before ending up, I'll also like to thank Dr. Aya Chua for arranging this particular session to share my knowledge with everyone. And thanks to all who have turned up to show your interest towards this particular research. And maybe we can work together. If any projects, you can contact me directly also. I'll try to give you some knowledge that I've gained from this particular knowledge, and we see how we can work together. That's the thing I just want to inform each and everyone. Thank you all.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay, Dr. Arun, and to everyone who are present here today for supporting this one. Okay, so I wish everybody have a great weekend ahead. Okay, and please do register for our last webinar for next week, which is on renewable energy. Okay, so thank you.
Yep.
And
Thank you,
have a
doctor.
nice weekend.
Yep. You too. Take care. Thank you. Thank you all.